Welcome to another video on general physics. Ang topic naman natin ngayon ay vectors in space. Okay, ang corny. Okay, so vectors in space. We've been discussing vectors on the 2D plane. Okay, the 2D plane. Kasi 2 dimensions lang siya. Ayan o, 2D. Diba? You can create 2D objects with just the Cartesian plane. Pero, when you say vectors in space, tatlo na ang dimensions. Okay? Ito, this is a 2D plane also. XY lang. Ito naman, itong color blue, it's also a 2D plane. YZ naman. Itong green is also a 2D plane. XZ naman. Okay? So, with physics, we're really representing real life. We're really studying real life objects in 3D. That's why physics is so cool. Ganun talaga. Okay nga, proceed tayo. A vector V. So if you have a vector V, think about it this way. Okay guys? A vector V has 3 components. X, Y, and Z. 3D siya. Because we're talking about real life. 3D. Okay? So, a vector V has 3 components. Now, in physics, we represent yung kanyang component parts this way. Okay? We're getting mathy na dito. We're really getting mathy. Itong V, ito yung kanyang X component, Y component, and the Z component. If you remember yung resolving vectors, okay? Ito lang yan. Yung X component niya, Y component, Z component. Sir, ano tong I, J, K? Okay, this is called the I hat. Kasi I, letter I, meron siyang hat. J, meron siyang hat. K, meron siyang hat. Okay, ano yung mga yan? They are what give your vector the direction. Okay, kung wala yung I, wala yung J, wala yung K, wala siyang direction. Scalar lang siya. Okay? So, itong I hat, nakapartner yan sa X kasi it's a unit vector. It's a unit vector especially on the X axis. Itong J on the Y axis. Itong K, special yan on the Z axis. The unit vectors all have a magnitude of 1. For example, ito, ayan. Tingnan niyo. Itong I hat, andito lang siya, on this line. Itong K, andito siya sa line na to. At yung J, andun lang sa line na yan. Yun lang yun. Okay? Tapos, lahat sila, magnitude nila, 1 lang. 1. Kasi pag it's more than 1 or less than 1, magbabago yung value. Kasi pag 2, magdodoble. Diba? So, that's why it's just 1. Okay? Magnitude of 1, meron lang siyang special direction. Forever na yung direction niya. Ganyan lang. So, V, ito lang yung kanina. One vector, ito lang ang kanyang component parts. It's divided into 3 parts. Yung kanyang X, yung kanyang Y, and then yung kanyang Z. To get the magnitude of vector V, to get the magnitude, ayan lang yan, yung square root ng square ng bawat component. All the 3 components, you square them, and you get the square root. That is the magnitude of your vector V. Okay, operations using a unit of vectors. Okay, so we've learned about the dot product and what happens when you perform the dot product on the unit vectors. Hop! Okay, it looks a lot, baka nakakalito, pero ang sinasabi lang nito, the unit vectors, when you take the dot product with the other unit vectors, I hat dot J, I hat dot K, mag-i-equal lang yan sa 0. Sino-shortcut na natin. I'm summarizing to you what the value is for these. Yung J dot with K, J dot I, 0. K dot I, K dot J, 0. If you notice mo, it's like a commutative property. Pwede mong ibaliktad J dot K, K dot J, it doesn't matter, 0 lang yan. Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin nito. How about this one? What if you get the dot product with its itself. I hat dot I hat, j hat dot j hat, k hat dot k hat. Ano mangyayari? What's going to happen is mag-1 lang siya. Ano naman tong mga to? This is the dot product. The dot product of this. Diba? Yan yung lesson natin on the previous video. If you calculate this, lalabas lang dyan 1. The summary of this slide here is etong to, its value is 0. Etong tatlong to, its value is 1. But this is the solution. You can try it out for yourself on a calculator. Okay? And you will get the same result. Alright, how about naman itong cross product ng ating mga unit vectors? Again, ito yung lesson natin sa previous video, a cross product. With a cross product, there are two parts to it. First, the magnitude and the direction. Bakit dalawa? Kasi diba, this is a vector. The result of a cross product is a vector. A vector has a magnitude, a vector has direction. If you calculate this with a calculator, you just get 1. So 1 times k hat, edi k hat. So the cross product of I and j, I cross j, is k. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay, it looks complicated, but just follow the formula, just follow the procedure, and you will get it. So summary, I cross j is k hat, but interestingly, when you reverse the position, j cross I, negative k hat. J cross k, you get I hat. K cross j, negative I hat. If you can notice, whatever you're crossing, yung result, yung hindi kasama. Silang dalawa yung nag-uusap, j and I, ang naging equal, yung hindi kasama. Parang you can think of it that way. Lastly, k cross I is j hat, I cross k, negative j hat. So, maybe you're asking, sir, bakit nagre-reverse yung sign? Ba't nagre-reverse yung sign pag binagbaliktad? Dahil yan dun sa right hand rule. Sige, explore natin further yung right hand rule. Kasi, why do we need the right hand rule? Again, when you're evaluating cross products, you get the magnitude, you get the direction. How do you get the magnitude? Ito lang yon. How do you get the direction? You do the right hand rule. Sige, let's explore further yung right hand rule. Ito. I cross j ang ating topic nga dito sa slide na to. So yung index finger towards I, and then yung middle finger towards j. So when I move my thumb, hop, like this, that's k hat. Okay, diba? That's k hat. Now, what if kung j naman una? Okay, doon yung index finger. Nandyan yung index finger. I move my middle finger towards I. There it is. And then I just open up my thumb. Hop. Ayun, no? Baliktad na. Baliktad na siya. Negative k hat na. Try it out for yourself. Try it out with your hand, and then you will realize. You will get it. Okay, another example. Let's start with k naman. Let's start with k. K hat. I will cross it with I. So middle finger there. Middle finger there. I move my thumb, and I get j hat. Diba? Oh, let's reverse again. Reverse again. I naman yung una. I hat, there is the index finger, middle finger towards k hat. What do I get? Move my thumb, negative j hat. Diba? Nasa kabila na. So, try it out for yourself and you will understand it more clearly. So, some more sample exercises on page 48 to 49. That will be the end of this video on vectors in space. And I'll see you on the next video.